Partygoers bounced about, let their hair down and rainbow flags flew high at Sydney's spectacular Mardi Gras parade. More than 40,000 spectators sang, danced and embraced as organisations, businesses and advocacy groups showed their support for LGBTQ+ communities, marching or rolling on floats around the Sydney cricket ground. Pink's hit So What kick-started the celebrations. A return to Oxford Street is slated for next year. More than 40,000 people were at the ticketed event. Smiling broadly, Jacob Smit said he was overjoyed to be out and about again after the COVID-19 lockdowns. "The last 2 years has taught me not to take anything for granted," he said. "I'm thankful we can all be together again like this, talking face-to-face, supporting inclusivity." The only glitch was when a spectator was tackled by security and escorted from the grounds, just before Darren Hayes' headline performance. Despite the recent bad weather, the rain held out for the entire event. Dykes on Bikes opened the parade at the SCG. Jacob, Wright, who was at the SCG with friend Jessica, was glad to be out again after the lockdowns due to COVID-19. The rain held off for the entire show, as a host boomed, "We will not stop until our communities are seen and treated as equal," in recognition of this year's theme, United We Shine. Current affairs were touched on with a banner hung at one point in support of Ukraine, and a host paid tribute to Shane Warne, who died yesterday. Organisers last year committed to the venue due to coronavirus concerns, with the original and beloved Oxford St back on the cards for next year, as part of Sydney World Pride, the first to be held in the Southern Hemisphere. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 36 seconds 36's Mardi Gras 2022, Dykes on Bikes. The parade is the culmination of festivities that started on February 18th. Mridula Amin. This year's event marked 44 years since Mardi Gras first started. A welcome to country acknowledged the traditional custodians of the land, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, which was followed by a spirited, traditional dance that got the crowd moving and shaking. At one point before the parade, the audience erupted as two same-sex couples passionately embraced on the kiss cam, which started a chain reaction of affection among the crowd. Fire sparked around the Dykes on Bikes, who were the first to roll onto the stadium, with lights flashing and ominous music blaring, before Pink's hit So What started playing. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 3 minutes 34 seconds 3 minutes and 34 seconds 2022 Mardi Gras, Wiggles perform Elephant. The atmosphere around the SCG had been building since early Saturday ahead of the parade. Sydney will host World Pride next year, the first time it has taken place in the Southern Hemisphere. Each year since 1978, marchers from all walks of life have rallied to support LGBTQ+ communities, and this year was no different. Marchers held uplifting and political signs including, "Stop police attacks on gay women and blacks," "Promote trans youth equity," and "Rainbow families." Children's band The Wiggles got one of the loudest cheers of all, after singing the Tame Impala cover of hit track Elephant, which won them the #1 spot on the Triple J's Hottest 100 this year. A team from the CSIRO was ready to celebrate. Many private companies got involved in this year's event. The NRL was among the sporting bodies taking part in the parade. Yellow Wiggled C.Hay Hawkins said the band wanted to show we love all families and people for who they are. Private companies like Woolworths and Little Creatures Brewery joined in, as well as non-for-profit organisations like the Tourette Syndrome Association of Australia and Beyond Blue. Lifesavers with Pride marchers walked with blown-up beach balls and cute, colourful swimsuits. The SCG was full of energy and enthusiasm as people were able to get together to celebrate. Messages of love, equality and inclusivity were front and centre at this year's parade. More than 40,000 people are at the ticketed event. Government agencies like Transport for NSW marched in colour, as well as advocacy organisations like the Australian Asexuals. Scientists from the CSIRO rallied around their theme of Power to Shine, saying on social media, "Together we spark positive change, because as individuals we're empowered to be ourselves. Always." Aussie sport also banded behind the cause, including the NRL and the Sydney Swans. Pansexual Caitlin Kearney, who dressed as a sea creature, said she loved any event supporting queer communities. "I'm excited to let my hair down and have fun with my friends," she said. M to mute, left and right arrows to seek, up and down arrows for volume. Watch 1 minute 2 seconds 1 minute and 2 seconds Mardi Gras 2022, Gymnastics NSW. Since 1978, marchers have rallied to support LGBTQ+ communities. Stuart Scott said tonight was a final hurrah to mark the almost end of his Mardi Gras celebrations. "I think we've got a few days left, but I've definitely been partying and making the most of it," Mr. Scott said. "It's all about freedom of expression," he said. Private companies and government agencies also joined in the festivities. Since 1978, marchers have rallied to support LGBTQ+ communities. Mridula Amin. Earlier today, excited audience members and performers were milling around in a flurry of color and sparkles from as early as 5 p.m, ahead of the 6 p.m. start time. Melbourne couple Lizzie McLean and Christina Zaguras are virgin participants in the parade, joining dykes on bikes. Ms. Zaguras, who has struggled to be open about her sexuality, said the support shown for LGBTQI+ people at the parade was amazing. "I struggled to come out to my parents and society because it wasn't accepted," she said. For Stuart Scott, far left, Mardi Gras is all about freedom of expression.